friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Christmas gifts. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes it is really hard to come up with thoughtful Christmas gift ideas, especially for people that are hard to buy for. So I have curated a list of items that I have either given or have received as Christmas gifts, or you could use these for birthdays as well. But there are some really good gift ideas for the people that are extremely hard to buy for in your life. So I pride myself on being a really good gift giver. Not good, but I pride myself on being a thoughtful gift giver. And so I wanted to share some things that I have found and maybe some ideas that you haven't thought about for those people that are really hard to buy for in your life. So let's jump into it. First category, the lady of your life, the woman in your life. So I've got 5 things. Number 1. All right, so this is one that I personally have asked for this year for Christmas, is a new Apple Watch band. There are so many beautiful watch bands on Etsy. I actually will link a few that I gave Ian as inspiration this year. There is this one that I'm pretty sure he got me. We'll have to see, right? Like, we'll see. That is a tortoise shell watch band. I would show it, but like I haven't gotten it yet. So I will link her Etsy shop. She has some beautiful resin, different ones that are really, really pretty, made of resin. They've got nice reviews, you know. It's a way to elevate your watch game a little bit. Also, I will link this gold one that I found as well. It's beautiful. It just makes something that's so functional actually look like part of your accessory in your outfit as well. And it's something that I feel like, you know, you have the silicone ones that come with it because you're typically using it as you work out, but like for everyday use, like when you go to work and stuff like that, you know, it's nice to like bump up your style just a smidgen. So I think this is a really good gift for the lady in your life. Number 2, these beautiful earrings. Okay, this artisan, she's a Canadian artist. She actually hand embroiders all of her earrings. They're all unique and so beautiful. I found her through Instagram. I will link her Instagram and her Etsy below. These are beautiful earrings. These are for the person that has like a little bit of a flair and, you know, just want something unique. All of my friends know, like, I love beautiful earrings. Like, I don't really wear necklaces. I don't wear a lot of rings or bracelets, but I can jazz up an outfit with some really cool earrings, and that is my favorite accessory to wear. Number 3, a wellness subscription. Now, this is one that my friends and I went in together to get another friend. It is a monthly subscription. I think it's a monthly subscription. And you can like set for how long. It has everything from like essential oils to, you know, journaling and all types of things that cultivate wellness and like being in the moment and being mindful. So if you have someone in your life who needs to take a minute, slow down, really recenter, this is the perfect gift for them. And also, I really love subscription boxes in general because it is a way to encourage people to like find things that they haven't used before, or also it is something that, you know, it's a gift that just keeps giving, and so they get to enjoy it for a longer time than just that one day. Number 4, pick up your person's favorite perfume and have it engraved. This is a really nice way to take something that could seem generic and make it personable. I think the thing that makes gift giving like a really thoughtful gifting is finding something that the person really genuinely wants or needs, but also giving it a sentimental or personal touch. So finding, you know, your favorite perfume, and then at the holidays, a lot of times they have you know, artisans that come in and will actually etch into the glass and engrave into the glass. at the perfume counter. So you'll have to look up your local area. You know, I'm sure that you can find someone. There is actually a friend of a friend in Atlanta. If you're in the area, I will link her information to get to her engraving site, and you can actually get custom things done by her. Number 5. Now this one is a birthstone ring. So, you know, I think in the 90s we all grew up, our parents always had like, our moms typically had like the necklaces that had the birthstone rings or birthstones. You know, they tend to kind of sometimes be a little cheesy, just a smidgen. But this Etsy artist, I'll link her stuff below as well. I got my mother a ring for Christmas. Well, my sister and I both did. We got her one for Christmas and her birthday. It's a little bit of a splurge, but she makes gorgeous jewelry and it is impeccable quality. I 10 out of 10 recommend also just for myself. You know, you can get your own birthstone, you can get your kids' birthstones, like whatever, or if you just like it. I really love the opal. My birthstone is aquamarine. And I love the opal and would wear the opal all the time. It's also on my Christmas list. Ian, you know, get it for me, maybe. And maybe not this year, but maybe for anniversary or something. Anyway, so she makes beautiful handcrafted rings, and it's like gemstones, and they're kind of more organic and crystal looking instead, so they're not nearly as polished. And it just is a really nice piece that can be layered with or, you know, worn on its own. She does like rings and earrings and necklaces as well. So you can really customize this to what your person wears. Category number 2, for the teachers in your life. I know a lot of schools have restrictions on what you can give your teacher. But also, if you don't want to be the person who gives them the same thing every other person is giving them, here are some ideas for you. Number 1, a travel mug. Now this may seem generic, but there are some really, really cute travel mugs these days. And I really like this one. It's on my Christmas list as well. It is so nice. It actually fits in the cup holder. It doesn't have the handle so that you're not like, you know, trying to like figure out how to get it in your car. I don't need this much of coffee. I don't. Like, I am hyper enough as it is. So I really like having like a single cup of coffee or a single soda or whatever you're drinking, a glass of juice, whatever. This is like the perfect size, and it fits in your cup holder, like I said, but it'll keep your beverages cold or hot, which is really great. And it comes in a lot of really cute patterns. Number 2, this puppy right here. This is from Anthropologie. Now you can find them in other places, but this is the Capri Blue Volcano. Y'all, this smells like tropical vacation in a jar. And you know, you could get any old candle, but I feel like, you know, splurging on a really nice candle that has like a beautiful, you know, canister that it's in, and like, you know, it just feels nice. You know, they're not crazy expensive, but you can get different sizes and that kind of stuff. And you can find these elsewhere. Like you know, this brand is sold in a lot of boutiques. But I will say the Blue Volcano from the Capri Blue Volcano is a fan favorite. Anytime I give it to anybody, they're like, oh my gosh, this smells amazing. And it's so pretty. So this is just like a really nice splurge, especially, you know, I feel like teachers, they spend all their extra income on their own classes. So it's nice to get them something that feels a little decadent and like maybe a little bit luxury. Number 3, an easy care houseplant. Now I know this may sound crazy, but if you were to think about getting a teacher a plant, you want something, they have enough responsibilities. So I'm not saying get them crazy, you know, crazy amount, but a very simple plant to take care of is, you could get them a snake plant. These need very low light and very little watering. So they're perfect to stay in a classroom if the teacher wants to, or they can take them home and forget about them. Also, you could get them a pothos or a ZZ plant. Those are the 3 easy care plants that anybody can take care of. And they just add a little bit of life, you know, into the space. Like this, I also have a ZZ plant over there. I have pothos up here. So I've got them all through my house. And I actually think that a lot of people are getting into houseplants. They help to purify the air. They help to give a calming aesthetic in the room. And it just brings some cheerfulness and happiness. So I would give, you know, buy a beautiful pot, maybe get a nice houseplant, and, you know, then teachers can use these in their classroom. They can take them home, whatever. But it's a gift that keeps on giving. Okay, number 4, kitschy earrings. Now you could go crazy. Look at these. I got these from a friend. They're little Christmas presents. I will link the Etsy shop below. You can find these everywhere. These are so cute and so adorable. And most teachers tend to go all out for all the holidays. Now you don't have to get Christmas ones. I would actually suggest getting some everyday ones or maybe a different holiday, like you get school themed ones. These are those clay earrings and they're really lightweight and these are super cute, y'all. Look at how cute those are. So I would say get these. Also another brand that I really like are these really kitschy sequin earrings. I have a friend who got me a pair for my 30th birthday, or maybe it was my 31st birthday, I can't remember, of like cocktail earrings. Now granted, you probably don't want to get cocktail for your teachers, but I mean, you could, like, listen. But I do think that, you know, getting something that's like holiday themed, like St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day or Christmas or even school like stuff, I think that's a really fun gift that, you know, helps to add to their collection so that they can wear them during Spirit Week. They can wear them through the holidays. Like, you know, it's just something fun and an addition that they can enjoy throughout the season. Number 5. Now this one's gonna take a little bit of work, okay? So like this is an idea that if you're gonna do it this year, you gotta get on the horn and start doing it quick. So I actually had this concept from a baby shower that we hosted. My good friend Lauren had her beautiful baby boy like a year ago now. And we hosted her baby shower. And a friend had this great idea that I think could be translated to the classroom. So she got a beautiful book and she passed it around to everybody. And we kind of just used a system of like, oh, you know, you could use your phone tree system or you could send it by the way of kids and like pass it around to each of the kids within the classroom. And each person either wrote their well wishes, they wrote a story, you know, inserted pictures, all these different things. And I think that could be really fun for the classroom because then the teacher, you know, all the kids could write a letter to their teacher, they could wish them well, they could, you know, put in pictures, they could draw pictures, whatever you want to do. And each person got a couple of pages of this notebook. And then at the end, you know, the teacher would have a book that is comprehensive and has something special from each child in the classroom. So if you are a classroom mom or dad and you want to take on this project, I think it would be something that teachers would cherish and hold on to for a very long time. All right, category 3. This is gifts for the guy in your life. Now, guys can sometimes be hard to buy for, because either they buy everything themselves or they have everything or you're tired of getting them socks and underwear for Christmas, right? Am I right? Because like Ian is probably the hardest person I've ever had to buy for in my life. But I have found some really good gifts that I think that he would like and or he has received. So, and not just him, people in my life that have these. So, number 1, fingerless gloves. I got Ian these for Christmas. He knows about them. He tried them on to make sure they fit. They're really good quality. He really likes them because, you know, his hands get cold when he's typing. And so this is a way to keep his hands warm. You could always, you know, people can wear them while they're working out on their cars. They could wear them, you know, while they're like hanging up your Christmas lights. So it's a really good way to give them something that's utilitarian, but also maybe an upgrade from their current gloves. Number 2, pick up their favorite bottle of whiskey or scotch or gin and have it engraved. Similar to the perfume for her, I think this is a really nice way. You could also get a really beautiful decanter and have that engraved. And it's just something sentimental. It's something thoughtful. You know, you can get their name or the date or whatever you want on it. And I think this is a really nice gift that reminds them to kind of spoil themselves and make a cocktail every now and again. Number 3, a Pendleton blanket or shacket. This, my dad, actually my grandfather, has a bunch of these shirts. He's had them for years. My dad inherited them and they are still impeccable quality. And my dad is 6'7" and is quite thin, and they fit him like a glove. Like, it is almost impossible to find clothes that are long enough for his arms and that fit him properly. Either he's drowning in it because there's so much extra fabric, or the sleeves are like up to here. And these are just really nice wool shirts and shackets. They also have some beautiful blankets that are impeccably warm, especially if you live in a colder climate. This is the perfect gift. So I'll link some of my favorites below. Number 4, these North Face slippers. Y'all, first of all, my brother-in-law works at North Face. Shout out to Hunter. He got me a pair of these for Christmas one year, and it's been like 4 or 5 years. Again, the quality is impeccable. These are indoor-outdoor shoes. They are not just house shoes. They actually have like a thick grip. Let me go get my pair. Okay, y'all, don't judge them too hard, but these are the slippers, because I have worn these. These are the slippers that I'm talking about. They have an amazing grip on the bottom, and they're fleece lined, and they have the little back. I actually don't use that. I just use them kind of as a clog and slip in. These are so good. You can wear these when you're camping. You can wear them around the house. Like, you know, if you're running out to take the trash out, like, or if you just like to sit on your back deck, but you don't want to put on real shoes and you are not a believer in Crocs, then these are what you need. These are phenomenal. And I have had these for, I want to say 3 or 4 years. And every winter I pull them out. They are so warm, and they do have true good traction. So 10 out of 10 would recommend these to the guy in your life or the girl. They have women and men. So I put them in the men's category because I feel like these are slippers that men will actually wear. But they are great for the lady in your life as well. Number 5. Now this is a little bit of a splurge. For a very long time, Ian was taking his college nylon backpack, which there's nothing wrong with that, to work every day. But I upgraded him, and y'all, it was a game changer. It took him from looking like, you know, a kid that doesn't know what he's doing to actually like a true professional. Especially with COVID happening and people being more hybrid these days, most of us are lugging a laptop around, so we do have to have a bag, right? Like, we have to take our work stuff from in office to home pretty consistently. So I actually got him this beautiful leather backpack. This guy is from Fossil, I think. Let me just check. Yes, from Fossil. And it has just elevated his game. You know, he really likes it. It's got multiple pockets for all of his stuff. And, you know, as you use it more and more, it gets worn and looks nicer and nicer, right? Like, so I don't know if this particular backpack is still available, but I will find one similar to it and link it below. Okay, the next category of people we're buying for is the design enthusiast in your life. Now, the first gift that we're going to talk about is a charcuterie board set. I don't know about y'all, but especially with the holidays, I love to host. And charcuterie boards and butter boards and frosting boards are all the rage. And they just make a beautiful presentation. Now you can find, you know, boards at, well, the one that I use that has handles on it, I use it all the time. I'll insert a picture of one of my charcuterie spreads, but it has handles on it. I got it from TJ Maxx like 3 years ago, and it was like 25 bucks. Like, I would shop for this at TJ, but, you know, I did find some beautiful charcuterie board knives at Anthropologie. They have a lot this year. They have a lot. So this is a set that I got at Anthropologie this year. It's got like a marble and gold handle. You know, it's different types of cheeses that you can use or cut with this, and it just elevates it. I would also encourage getting little ramekins or little small bowls to put things in, and like give them a set to host. One other thing that I got was this book. So it is Boards and Spreads, and it just helps to give you some concepts and ideas of like what to put on there. Like, y'all, these recipes look phenomenal. Like, look at this. I mean, how does that not just make you want to like eat everything, right? So you can do pizzas, like you could do a pizza board, you could do, you know, your traditional charcuterie, you can do all kinds of things. So I would strongly suggest like looking at getting some nice things like this to really elevate their next hosting event, as well as like some of the boards. And you know, they're so easy to put together. And maybe this is a gift you want to add to your list, because I will tell you, people think that they are so impressive, but all you have to do is put a bunch of random stuff on there and just make it look nice. As Dorinda Medley says, I made it nice, and that's all the holidays are about, right? It's like having a good time and making sure we are enjoying our time with our loved ones. Number 2, so this is a gift that keeps on giving. A yearly subscription to Architectural Digest or Domino magazine. Now, I don't know, you know, you can look through Instagram, you can see all these things, but there is just something about getting a magazine and having it in your hands and like looking through, you just see things in so much more detail, and you can draw inspiration, especially from like high-end homes and things like that. I will say, like, there's some beautiful things on Instagram, but I feel like you just don't see the detail like you do in a magazine. Also, well, similar to this is a beautiful coffee table book. One of the ones that I have been eyeing, but I have not splurged for, is the 100 Years of Architectural Digest. It is a phenomenal book that really encapsulates all of design over the last 100 years. Like, I would love to have this for myself. Also, the Tom Ford one is a big one if you're into, you know, fashion. And there's just some really beautiful coffee table books that like help to elevate and help to inspire as well. So I think those are kind of like similar things. But I do think that, you know, the design enthusiast in your life would really love that. Number 3, Ian got me this a few years ago, and I will say, y'all, look at this beautiful faux fur blanket. Now, you can get these pretty much anywhere, but this one in particular is from Anthropologie. He got it for me. It's heavy. It feels like a weighted blanket. It is so warm. I've seen some beautiful ones from Pottery Barn, from West Elm, but I really love Anthropologie for gifts like this because the quality is really great, but also the colors are so trendy. Now, I went neutral just because like I love a good neutral blanket. I think I change things up in my house so much, but if you have someone who has more of an eclectic style, go for a bright mustard one, go for a pattern, like really lean into it. I will tell you, like, this feels so soft. It's almost as soft as Delilah's ears. It's not quite, but I will tell you, like, 10 out of 10, this makes my space feel so luxurious. It's just so, y'all, I can't even like show y'all how big it is. Look at that. It feels like a fur coat, that you're in a faux coat. That you're in a fur coat. Y'all, I cannot talk today. In a fur coat, and it is just so warm, and you just feel so like lovely in this. Now, they do have some really nice ones at TJ Maxx and HomeGoods too, if you're looking to have more of a budget friendly option. You know, I think this one was like close to $100 on sale. I think they retail for like $125, $150, so it is a bit of a splurge, but I will say it is something that I love, and I love to have out, especially this time of year. Number 4, now y'all may know this from my like 8 ways to make your home feel more designed, but I will say, for a design enthusiast, I think that one of the best things you can get people that love design is custom art. You can either DIY it yourself, pick it up at a local art show, You know, this time of year, there are so many art shows. Like I just went to one yesterday that was at our local coffee shop. They had all these different artisans. They had, you know, soy candle makers and charcuterie boards and cutting boards. They also had earrings. They have, you know, art prints. They've got everything. Potters. They've got, you know, ceramics. All of these things. If you are looking for something that is unique, I would highly suggest to hit up some of your local artisan, you know, little pop-up shops, especially like if you follow artists. A lot of the artists that I follow are doing them this year, and they'll provide information. And a lot of times they're in small little coffee shops or little pavilions or rented out spaces, and you can find some beautiful gifts from them. Like I got these beautiful earrings, a wonderful smelling candle, and the benefit of it is you're getting something unique that nobody else is gonna have. You're also supporting a small local business, and you're enriching someone's life by buying them art. Like there's just something so wonderful about having that unique piece in your home. And there's a story behind it. Number 5. So also in my design video, I talked about having fresh flowers or dried flowers or, you know, different plants around your house and how it brings in life. Well, I think that a really great gift is to do a monthly subscription to flowers. For fresh flowers. Like you get a bouquet each month. Again, this is a gift that keeps giving. This provides like new things every month, and I think it's just something really special, and it makes you excited to get flowers in the mail. I mean, come on y'all, how many times have you had flowers come in the mail and you're just like, oh my gosh, these are so lovely? And you know, they're typically curated by the season, so they're typically seasonal appropriate. So in the fall they're going to be more earth tone flowers. In the spring it's going to be lighter, brighter pastels. So, you know, it's just a nice way to have something show up at your house. And again, have something that gives you enjoyment month over month instead of it just being a one-time thing. All right, next category is the pup in your life. So we all have our favorite fur babies in our lives. Well, most of us do. And if this is not you, you know, or maybe you have a grand pup and, you know, you have a millennial kid that's like, Mom, I'm never gonna give you kids, so just like embrace the pupper. Number 1 is beautiful collars, right? Like, look at these. Whoops, I dropped this. So there is a brand, an Etsy shop called the Puddle Jumper Pups, and they have beautiful collars. My friend Danielle, shout out to Danielle, she turned me on to this Etsy shop, I want to say like 8 years ago, y'all. And they have the cutest collars. Now granted, all of mine are very feminine because I've got Delilah Sue. She's got on her Christmas collar right now. It's a little Fair Isle, like red and gray Fair Isle pattern. But this, I will tell y'all, the quality of these collars is impeccable. Now I have the plastic clamps. You can get them with metal clamps. You can get different widths. She has harnesses and leashes. And y'all, this one in particular was the very first one that I bought like 7 years ago. And y'all, it looks as good as it did when I bought it. You can throw these in the washing machine. They're like all cotton. I have washed this so many times because, you know, they get grimy and you have to toss them. And she has seasonal ones. So like this is her summer collar and this is her spring collar. And then she's got her fall that looks like Rifle Paper Co. And then I've got a Christmas one. And this Etsy shop, I tell y'all, the quality is impeccable. She runs phenomenal sales this time of year. You can catch them, buy two, get like, I think it's buy one, get two free. You know, she does like different types of combos with leashes and harnesses, and as many beautiful feminine designs, there are masculine designs as well. I know that it's really hard to find cute and trendy boy collars. So 10 out of 10 would recommend these. These are phenomenal. I stand behind these 100%. Number 2, a licking mat. So this is one that I picked up at Tuesday morning. I got it for $5. I will link Tucker Busden's because I was inspired by his specific one. But you can just spread peanut butter on these. This is great for dogs that have anxiety or don't really enjoy baths. You can suction cup them on. See that? It's got little suction cups. You can put it on the bathtub. You can put it on the floor. It helps to engage and stimulate their minds, as well as the licking nature, or the nature of licking tends to give like stress relief to anxious dogs. It's just smear some peanut butter or applesauce or whatever over top of it, some kind of creamy, you know, you could do like Cheese Whiz, whatever you want, and let them go to town. Number 3, this is also something that I saw Tucker Busden have, and if Delilah was younger and I had known about this, it would have been a game changer. So it's actually this like catch and release system where you run it in your yard, and it has a motorized like little bunny or flag that the dog can actually chase, and it helps to stimulate and get the zoomies out. It helps to engage, you know, working dogs. There are breeds out there like my poor sweet dear cousin, she has some sort of cattle dog mix, and Sadie destroys her yard, destroys, you know, eats the lattice, and it's because she's a working dog. And, you know, she wasn't really bred to be you know, dogs in general were bred to be workers. And so we've kind of domesticated them to the point that they're just like laying on the couch most days and going for their walk on the day. But they need that stimulus, especially younger dogs. So this is a great way to get their energy out. Set this thing up in the backyard and just let them run. You know, it's really a great concept and really a great gift to like engage your dog. Number 4, on the same page of engaging your dog, puzzles. Now they have some really great puzzles. I'll link some here and below of, you know, you put a little treat in there and you have to the dog has to figure out how to get it open, right? And this helps to engage them and stimulate their mind, you know, ease boredom. And, you know, I got one for Delilah once, and she decided that she was over it and picked it up and threw it down the stairs, and it busted and shattered into a million pieces. So she's too smart for her own good and knows that if she throws things down the stairs that they will open up and she will be able to get the treats. If your dog is a little less of a menace, I would 10 out of 10 recommend these, because I think they're really good. And again, they just help to curb that boredom. They help to make sure that your dog is staying fit and active physically and mentally, which is really important for the longevity of their health. Number 5, homemade dog treats. Now, I have a recipe that I love to make. It's got peanut butter, it's got applesauce, it's got whole wheat flour, and it's relatively healthy for doggos. And I will make a batch of these, use my cookie cutter, cut them out, and you just throw them in the oven at 350 and bake them. I will link the recipe below. I found it on Pinterest. And I tell you, Delilah loves these, loves these. I also like make them in little balls and like throw them in there, and then they're like the perfect size treat for her. The next category is for the DIYer in your life. Now, there are quite a few people that love to DIY, and if you're looking to step up your game, these are the tools that you need to get, or like the stuff that you should purchase. Number 1, corner clamps. They will change your world, y'all. Like, they ensure that you have they ensure you have a 90-degree angle. They will clamp it in place. Everything is plumb and square. They are phenomenal. I will link the ones that I purchased below. Also, McKenna, shout out to XO McKenna, because she is the person who encouraged me to buy these, and it is a life changer. So it takes your projects to the next level and really helps to get you plumb and square and perfection. Number 2, quality paintbrushes. One of the easiest DIYs is painting. And I also think that one of the things that changes the game when you're painting a piece of furniture or, you know, a room is a quality brush. I really, really love and tend to use the Purdy brand. You buy it at Lowe's. I have had, if you take care of these brushes, they will last you decades. I've had one since I was a freshman in college, and it is impeccable. Delilah's even chewed the handle of it, but the functionality is amazing. I mean, it just changes it. If you have a cheap, crummy brush, you're gonna see brush strokes. It's gonna take you forever. You're gonna have to reload it. You're gonna have to do like 5 coats on it, and it's garbage. You have to invest in a good brush. It's not sponsored, but I would love to be sponsored by them because I love their brushes. They're phenomenal. Number 3, a laser level. Again, this is a splurge. We all have our like little bubble levels, and those are good. There's nothing wrong. They've worked for hundreds of years and they're good. But if you are working on a project like hanging wallpaper or putting up board and batten, or even just like hanging a gallery wall, you need to get a laser level. Number 4, a brad nailer. Y'all, I cannot tell you how life-altering my projects are once we got a brad nailer. You just pop, 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 pop. And it used to be that you had to have an air compressor to have a brad nailer, but now Ryobi has one that is actually battery powered, and a lot of DIYers use it. I personally have one that is an air compressor. It uses an air compressor, and it's great, but like if you don't have an air compressor, you know, you can either go one of 2 routes. You can either get the air compressor and the other one, and then the brad nailer that uses it, or you can get the Ryobi one that just uses the battery pack. If we didn't already have an air compressor, I'd probably go battery pack one, because, you know, your drill, your Dremel, like you can get a lot. Ryobi has really phenomenal tools that use the same batteries, but they have all the different attachments that use those. And that's a really great gift. Like, start their collection of those type of tools, and you can add on to it year after year. And number 5 is a Craig jig. Y'all, this makes the pocket holes. And again, like that paired with those corner bracket or corner clamps is a game changer. You can make all types of furniture. You can make TV consoles, cabinets, dressers, like you can make anything, y'all. And this is like primo. Now, they've been around for a while, but again, it's one of those things that's like, well, I don't have to have it. But y'all, they do. They need this in their life. They want it. I tell you, they don't know they want it, but they want it. So just get it, okay? Like, they'll love you for it. Okay, the last category that we're going to talk about is for the kiddos in your life. Now, I don't have kids, but I have a lot of people in my life that do have kids. And being someone who doesn't have kids is really hard to shop for kids when you don't have them of your own, right? Like, I don't know if y'all deal with this or not, but I do. And then I'm like, okay, these kids have all the toys in the world. What do they need? What are they into? Like, you know, if you're an aunt or uncle, and you're struggling to figure out what to get for them, or you're, you know, a friend and you need a great gift idea that, you know, something that they don't have or something that is a different concept, these are for you. I tell you, they're for you. Number 1, now y'all know that I love supporting local artists. I love, you know, enriching the kids' lives by giving them books. Like, I am probably every gift I give has a toy and a book. Like, that is just how I roll. Like, I think it's really important for kids to be exposed to literature. But I think one gift that's really special and really unique is actually getting a book that the kid that you're buying for is the main character. And there are so many different companies that do this, but I'll link one below, where they actually change the imagery to match like whatever your kid looks like, and then so that it's inclusive and, you know, everyone's represented, but also like they change the name to your kiddos' names. Number 2, now this is for the younger kids in your life. Do you guys remember those wooden puzzles? You can get some really cute custom wooden puzzles for those younger kiddos with their names on them. So I'll link a few Etsy sites below. 10 out of 10 would recommend. This is, again, something that's customized, something they probably don't have, and it's an idea that I think that most kids would enjoy. Helps cognizant, you know, movement and learning, and I just think that it's a really good gift, especially for those younger kids when you're like, I don't know what to get them because they're still in diapers and like they have so many clothes, like, you know, what do they need? And it's like, well, what they need and also like a fun gift are 2 very different things. Number 3 is a yearly subscription for toys. And there's a couple of different ways you can do that. There's the Everly ones that you can get where they send you a subscription box for the age bracket that the kid is. And as the months go on, they send you updated toys that fit their age skill, like their ages and their skill sets and like the things that they need to be working on for their like development. This is a really good one. Also, if you have a little bit older kids, I would encourage you to look into STEM subscription boxes. Now these are, you know, science, technology, engineering, and mathematic toys. Now this helps to like stimulate all of those types of curriculums, and really they're fun activities and you can customize these. So I'll link those two different subscription boxes below. Number 4. Now y'all probably all have kids in your life that have every toy in Target. I know I do. So I have no idea what to get them. And also their parents are like, whatever you do, don't buy another toy. Like I don't need any more in my house. So you still want to get something fun for the kiddos, but you want to respect the parents' wishes of not bringing any more toys in. I have found that the crafting kits that you make, pom-pom characters, bath bombs, hair ties, like all these types of things, paw holders, whatever, they are a fun activity that the kids can do and they get creative without having to add too much into the parents' lives, right? Like you're not buying 1,000 Barbies, you're not buying like their radio car, like you're giving them something that is consumable, right? Like maybe not like consumable as far as like eating, consuming, but like consumable in the sense that it's not going to take up space later. You know, it's an activity that kids get to do together and with their parents or even you, the gifter. And I think it's a really great gift idea. All right, the last one. The last gift idea for kiddos that I think is phenomenal is getting a yearly subscription to either the zoo, the aquarium, or even the science museum, local museum, for the kiddos and a parent. That way they can go, and again, it's a gift that just keeps on giving week after week, month after month, you know, and it's something that is enriching their learning. It's something that is fun, an activity. It's also not adding to the mountain of toys that they have at home. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope that this list gives you some inspiration and, you know, offers some ideas for those people that are hard to buy for. I will link everything down below, as well as some Etsy shops that you can buy for. You know, I think if you're gonna order Etsy, like make sure that you're trying to get those orders in like this week, because if you want it before Christmas, you've really gotta be on the stick with it. So anyway, I'll link everything that I can below or something comparable. I do not get any kickbacks from any of this. This is just things that I've bought and purchased in the past, or things that I've received as a gift that I thought were really thoughtful and really good ideas. You know, have you started your Christmas shopping? Tell me below. Have you even gotten started? Is there that one person that's really hard to buy for? Like, are you looking for gift ideas for them? Because I tell you what, it is hard. There's always that one person that is really hard to buy for. So tell me below, who's the person you're looking for a gift idea? Let me know if these are helpful. You know, I'd love to know if you want to see more content like this. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I upload every Saturday with a new video, so come back and see me each week. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.